You make money, but money doesn't stay. You work day and night, but your account remains empty. The truth is this: you're not broke because you're lazy. You're broke because you're playing a game that was designed for you to lose. In this video, I'll show you how to save $10,000 in 6 months. Not through gimmicks, not through talent, but through clarity, ruthlessness, and strategy. If you're ready to expose the habits silently killing your wallet and take back full control of your finances, watch to the very last second. Now it's time to destroy your old mindset and rebuild a new strategy, where every dollar you save becomes a brick in the foundation of your financial freedom. The silent financial mistakes that are killing you. Some financial mistakes don't need to make noise to destroy you. They don't come from one bad investment, but from the daily habits that quietly bleed you dry. People grow poorer, not from lack of effort, but from a lack of control. Spending a few dollars here and there seems harmless, yet it's the very reason you never accumulate anything. The most dangerous part? You don't even realize you're losing control. You think you're fine, but your wallet is screaming for help while your routine numbs you into denial. Ignorance isn't bliss. In finance, it's a slow, silent execution. This video isn't just another bland list of saving tips. It's a combat-ready financial reprogramming system that will reset your mindset and reorganize your entire relationship with money. The goal isn't just to save $10,000. The goal is to become the kind of person who commands every dollar with purpose. The kind who doesn't fear money, but directs it with authority. This isn't some quick fix, get-rich scheme. This is your financial awakening. If you're tired of being broke, tired of being confused, and tired of being stuck, then this is the blueprint to break out. No fluff, just transformation. You don't need to be a financial genius. You just need to understand that financial discipline is power, and whoever wields it lives freely. From choosing the right bank account, cutting money leaks, to scrutinizing every bill, you're building the infrastructure to hit that $10,000 goal in just 6 months. Not through magic, but through strategy, awareness, and relentless execution. The financial game starts right now. And this time, you're not a pawn. You're the one flipping the board. Trading versus investing, are you playing to win or walking into a trap? Many people walk into the financial world like sleepwalkers. They believe trading and investing are the same, but they're not. They're two different battlefields. Trading is a short-term game. You buy today to sell tomorrow and pocket the difference. Investing is long-term. You plant a seed and wait for it to grow. One is a speed duel. The other is a patience war. Mistaking the two won't just cost you money. It'll send you into the wrong arena with the wrong weapon and get you crushed. This isn't about tools. It's about knowing what game you're playing and why. Trading demands skill, time, and nerves of steel. Investing requires vision, patience, and a long-term mindset. The trap is thinking you're investing when you're actually gambling. You say you're building wealth, but you panic sell at the first market dip. You call yourself an investor, but act like a jobless trader chasing highs. The mistake isn't in the platform you use. It's in how you define your own actions. You can't win a game when you don't know its rules, especially when your emotions, not your strategy, are calling the shots. If you're saving every penny to hit that $10,000 in 6 months, don't throw it into risky trades hoping for shortcuts. Choose investing through low-cost index funds. Avoid chasing hot stocks. Don't gamble with what you can't afford to lose. The market isn't your savior. It's a battlefield. You don't show up in flip-flops hoping for luck. You prepare, you plan, and you protect your capital like it's your last breath. Because in this financial war, only those who stay calm, focused, and strategic walk away with victory. A 3.6% savings rate. The financial mirror of a broken system. The average American saves only 3.6% of their income. That number should terrify you. It's not just a statistic. It's a mirror reflecting a society that has failed to retain its own labor value. When someone can only keep 3.6% of what they earn, it means everything else has already been swallowed by the market, by debt, by bills, and by unconscious spending. This isn't just a personal failure. It's the result of a system built to keep you broke. The machine is designed so that by the time you get paid, your money is already gone. Some say, just live below your means. But what if your entire life is already below the threshold of comfort? Rent, healthcare, gas, food, everything is rising. Yet wages stagnate. A full-time worker who still can't save 10% isn't lazy. They're fighting a losing battle against a rigged economy. This isn't about poor discipline. It's about systemic suffocation. Don't fall into the trap of blaming yourself. Recognize that the game is broken, and the only way out is to break the pattern, build a new strategy, and escape the consumer hamster wheel the system put you in. So 3.6% is not just a number. It's a siren blaring from a collapsing foundation. If you don't take control of your finances, the system will consume you by default. Break the mold. Set a new standard, 10%, 20%, or more. Not for vanity, for survival. Because when the next crisis comes, only those who built a buffer will survive the hit. Everyone else will vanish into the anonymity of statistics, forgotten by an economy that never cared if they made it or not. How to save $10,000 in 6 months, financial strategy or survival operation. Saving $10,000 in 6 months sounds simple, but to do it, you must restructure your entire financial life like a business on the verge of bankruptcy. First step, track every expense. No exceptions. Every coffee, every subscription, every random purchase must be dragged into the light. You can't cut what you don't see, and trust me, you're bleeding money in places you've never checked. This isn't about penny pinching. This is about exposing your financial leaks like a forensic auditor. What gets tracked gets fixed, and fixing your leaks is the first move in your war against broken money habits. Next step, build a budget. But not the kind you ignore after 3 days. This budget is your financial survival map. It needs to be brutally honest and sharply targeted. Slash what's unnecessary. Cancel unused plans. Downgrade what doesn't bring ROI. Cut your phone bill. Eat at home. Skip Starbucks. Small sacrifices aren't the end game. They're the base camp. Because if you do this right, consistently, aggressively, you're not just saving a few hundred, you're stacking thousands, brick by brick. This isn't cute frugality. This is tactical finance. And yes, it can and should feel like going to war. But cutting isn't enough. You can't shrink your way to freedom. You need to grow. Find extra income, freelancing, flipping items, delivering food, offering services, or starting a side hustle. Saving $10,000 isn't for daydreamers. It's for executors. For those who attack their finances with the same urgency as a deadline on fire. You don't need permission. You need motion. Stack the cuts, stack the cash, and stack the wins. The $10,000 isn't the prize. The real reward is becoming someone who knows exactly how to command their money. Why paying bills on time is a discipline of financial order. Most people don't realize this. Paying bills on time isn't just a responsibility. It's a signal that you control your life or you don't. A missed payment triggers fees, lowers your credit score, and erodes your trust with financial institutions. But beneath that, it reflects chaos. Living reactively, not proactively. Every time you forget to pay, you're not just losing money, you're surrendering control. And losing control means sliding into disorder. Financial freedom doesn't begin with big moves. It starts by proving you can manage the little, boring, repetitive stuff, like a due date that separates order from collapse. Missing payments isn't always about carelessness. Sometimes the money comes late. Sometimes life overwhelms you. But reasons don't change consequences. So what's the solution? Automate everything. Link your bank to every recurring bill. Set reminders. Remove human error from a system that punishes delay ruthlessly. When your finances operate on rails, you reduce friction and eliminate penalties. Paying bills on time isn't about checking a box. It's about building a predictable financial rhythm. One that gives you space to think, plan, and grow. Because you're not constantly fighting fires from bills you forgot. Beyond paying on time, there's a smarter level. Paying strategically. Prioritize high penalty bills. Negotiate lower rates on fixed costs. Use high-interest savings accounts to store money briefly before automatic drafts, earning a little while you wait. Every payment becomes part of a bigger system. One that works for you, not against you. You're not just paying bills, you're running your finances like a CEO runs a company. With precision, with intention, and with zero tolerance for waste. The question isn't, did you pay on time? The real question is, did you take back control of the entire process? No credit card. How to survive in the age of plastic. In today's world, not having a credit card makes you look outdated, or worse, financially weak. But the truth is, many choose to escape that loop to regain control. Credit cards offer convenience, but come wrapped in traps, hidden fees, crippling interest, and the illusion of spending invisible money. When you use cash, you're forced to face reality. What you have is what you can use. And that clarity is power. You stop relying on illusions. You stop outsourcing discipline. When the numbers are real in your hands, you either act like a consumer or like a commander. Using cash makes you more conscious. You feel the pain of spending. You see the money leave your wallet, and you remember every transaction because it's physical. But there are limitations. Shopping online, booking services, or building credit history becomes harder. That's why the solution isn't ditching credit cards altogether. It's using them as tools, not shackles. Smart choices aren't about going cardless. They're about who's holding the leash. When the system offers debt in disguise, you either bite the bait or sharpen your awareness and play the game on your terms. Control or be controlled? That's the real question. If you must use credit cards, establish non-negotiable rules. Spend only what you can pay in full, never carry a balance, and track every charge. Use cashback, rewards, and benefits as bonuses, not reasons to spend more. Don't let the credit system chain you to perpetual debt. Let it work for you. With discipline, it becomes a lever. Without it, it becomes a noose. This is not about fear of plastic. It's about turning plastic into power and building a financial life where every swipe is a choice, not a reaction. Command the card or it will command you. The average driver. Is your car quietly bleeding your finances dry? The average person drives about 100 miles a day and thinks nothing of it. But that's exactly the problem. What's draining your finances isn't one big purchase. It's the silent daily hemorrhage. Fuel, maintenance, depreciation, insurance, parking. Your car is no longer just transportation. It's a disguised liability. You think you own the car, but in reality, you work to feed it. You clock in so it can guzzle gas, collect dust in traffic, and age while you bleed cash. The car doesn't serve you anymore. It owns you, and it's doing it with a smile and a leather interior. Reducing how much you drive is one of the most overlooked financial hacks. Why? Because convenience is addictive, but every unnecessary mile is a transaction. Consolidate errands, plan smarter routes, work remotely when possible, share rides, cut 20 miles a day, and you're not just saving gas. You're reclaiming time, energy, and control. Driving less doesn't make you weak. It makes you intentional. While most people burn money mile by mile, you'll be the one who realizes that every trip is a financial decision. Cars don't just transport you. They silently choose whether your money moves or disappears. And if you say, "But I need my car," ask yourself, do you need the convenience or have you built a life around inefficient systems? Maybe you need to live closer to work. Maybe your income should come from your laptop instead of your license plate. In the digital economy, your car may no longer be your greatest asset. It might be your most seductive liability. Stop glorifying mobility. Start monetizing your movement. You don't just maintain your car, you fund it. And if you're not careful, it will happily drive your financial freedom off a cliff. Low-content books, a wordless business that prints money? Selling low-content books sounds like a joke. No writing, no storytelling, no traditional publishing. And yet that's exactly what makes it dangerously attractive. You create planners, journals, notebooks, products others use to write their own lives, not yours. And if done right, you're not just selling books. You're selling structure, focus, reflection, all packaged as personal tools. No words needed, but still delivering value. Sounds absurd? That's exactly why it works, because people underestimate it. In the world of money, what others ignore often becomes a goldmine, if you're the one who sees through the noise. This model wins because of three things: low cost, fast execution, and passive income potential. You design once, publish on a print-on-demand platform, and earn every time someone buys. You don't print, ship, or handle inventory. It sounds like free money, but it's not. Competition is fierce. If you don't research keywords, identify niches, and create eye-catching designs, your product will disappear in the abyss. This isn't a lottery. It's a strategic publishing game, and only those who treat it seriously see serious returns. You're not selling paper, you're selling purpose disguised as stationery. Low-content books are a real opportunity, but they're not for the lazy. You need product thinking, market awareness, and the ability to create something people genuinely want, even if it looks painfully simple. If you're saving toward that $10,000 goal, this could be a scalable path. But drop the fantasy. This isn't a money printer. It's a machine that only works when fueled by insight, design, and persistence. Do it right, and you build a digital asset. Do it wrong, and you're just uploading noise. Choose your side. Passive income isn't handed out. It's earned page by page. Why BookBolt makes it easier. A drag-and-drop tool not meant for the lazy. A Bolt was designed to obliterate the tech barrier in self-publishing. You don't need to be a designer, no Photoshop skills, just drag, drop, choose a template, tweak a few things, and boom, you've got a journal ready to publish. But that's the trap. When everyone can do it, only those who do it differently will survive. BookBolt makes things easier. But easy doesn't mean successful. What separates winners from losers is not access to the tool, but what you do with it. You can mass-produce garbage, or you can create products that dominate. It's not about clicking. It's about vision. BookBolt is more than a design tool. It's a market intelligence weapon. You can research keywords, track bestsellers, study trends, and position your book before you even start designing. It gives you a compass in the Amazon jungle. But if you only use it as a layout machine, you're wasting 90% of its value. Data is your ammunition. And like any weapon, it's only lethal when used by someone who knows how to aim. This isn't just software. It's leverage for creators who think, test, and strike with purpose. If you're going to use BookBolt, approach it like a strategist. Plan your product, choose your niche, design with intent. Don't just push out content, push out value. The difference between someone earning $10,000 and someone earning $10 is not the tool, it's the brain guiding the tool. For the lazy, BookBolt becomes a factory of forgettable listings. For the sharp, it's a scaling engine. This isn't a shortcut, it's a multiplier. And only those with clarity, consistency, and courage will turn it into cash. Tools don't make money, operators do. What you actually need to succeed, action over illusion. Saving $10,000 isn't the real mission. It's just the front. What you're truly building is a system of financial dominance. Every bill you've tamed, every expense you've interrogated, every dollar you've redirected into productive motion. These are the moves of someone rising from chaos into command. You're no longer reacting. You're rewriting the entire playbook. This is your personal financial uprising. You're not just getting by, you're laying the foundation for wealth. This isn't about saving money, it's about changing who you are when it comes to money. And that version of you, that's who wins. Yes, tools help, yes, tips guide, but without fierce action, it all rots into wishful thinking. Decide what you'll sell, who you'll serve, when you'll work. Don't wait for perfect. Start now, fix as you go, learn in motion. People who win aren't better, they're bolder. They move before they feel ready. They speak before everything is polished. They act even when scared. That's how progress is made. No one ever built a fortune by sitting quietly and planning for someday. Start messy, stay strategic, refuse to let fear outwork you. You're not chasing success anymore. You're manufacturing it. Everything you've read, cutting costs, boosting income, leveraging tools, launching digital products, is meaningless without execution. No one gets rich on hope. The rich act sooner, smarter, and harder. You don't need more motivation. You need momentum. $10,000 is not the destination. It's the trigger, the proof, the moment where your old self dies and your financial command center goes live. When that happens, money stops being your enemy and becomes your instrument. And that's the day you stop surviving and start engineering your empire. In conclusion, saving $10,000 is just the excuse. What you're really building is a map to personal financial power. Every bill is now under control. Every expense is held under a spotlight. Every stream of income is proactively created. You are no longer a victim of the system. You're rewriting the rules, from exploited to empowered. This is not the end. This is the beginning of a life where you no longer chase money, you make money chase you. Remember, discipline is only a weapon. It's the right mindset that annihilates poverty at its core.